Coming up on the Blue Jungle, Rashad and Michael give a quick recap of GSU Jam as basketball season is around the corner. They also talk about GSU alum RJ Hunter and what the future might hold for him in his NBA career. All that and more coming up on the Blue Jungle. And now, with Michael Gaither, here's Rashad Milligan.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to the Blue Prison. We're still looking for a new name here at the Blue Jungle. We'll probably have to just keep the Blue Jungle until the end of the semester at least. But let's talk about, exactly. Let's talk about some basketball here. You know, we've been talking about football the last couple of weeks. Last night we had GSU Jam. I don't know when this is going to come out, but yeah, we're just coming off of GSU Jam. Give your thoughts on how you know, we kicked off last night.
Oh man, okay, I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of boring.
Understatement.
Kind of understatement. I'm being nice. No, it was like the highlight of the GSU Jam was like our Coach Hunter dancing, doing like
right.
doing a little dance.
Yeah, Coach Hunter did the Juju challenge. You can go on GSU Signal Sports Twitter to see the video of it.
Yeah, but like everything, like the slam dunk contest wasn't like up to par.
Right.
If he had done what's that dude's name?
Ben Levy.
If Ben Levy had done that dunk on the first try, it would have looked like really good. But you know, he threw the ball. For those of you who weren't there, he threw the ball like in the stands?
Oh yeah,
like,
he threw it on the wall.
Yeah.
He threw it like on the wall above the stands.
It
bounced down, and then he tried to, I think, windmill it.
Yeah. It would have looked really good if he had made it, but he didn't make it. So.
And if you are a follower already on the Signal Sports page and you were wondering where was the basketball, because there were no basketball dunk contest highlights to show. Every time I got my phone out to record something, they missed. So I think it's safe to say that is the worst dunk contest I've ever seen in my life.
I will also say though that I have a newfound appreciation for like NBA dunk contests. Like it's not that easy.
I mean, Georgia State students. I've seen Georgia State GSU dunk contests give us quality in the past, and I don't think it's fully just the player's fault. I think a lot of it is the system. You know, like, they gave them 30 seconds to make the dunk.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, when you're faced with the clock timer, you know, you're not able to do some of the quality dunks that you want to show to the fans. I don't know why they put that second to last and put knockout last instead of knockout first while everybody's getting in and stuff and give people a chance to sit down. DJ Mark B was my favorite part of the night.
DJ Mark was good.
I miss DJ Mark B and having him in the arena and stuff. And Coach Hunter's dancing. You know, it was funny, but, you know, I'm kind of used to seeing this dancing now. If you go to GSU Jams, he always does something a little
crazy,
out of the ordinary, exactly crazy.
What about the three-point contest? Like,
the three-point contest?
It's not, like, memorable.
It was, the thing about the three-point contest is, for me personally, I know they do this system in a lot of other three-point contests recently, but to have the two-person system where you have the boy on one side and the girl on one side, and they're shooting simultaneously, and no one's keeping count, like, out loud, I don't know who's winning. And I'm just looking like, I look at the girl side and she makes 2 in a row. Then I look at the boy side and he makes 2 in a row. I'm like, okay, well, who's winning? I don't know.
It was kind of confusing. Like, if you were looking on, like, the scoreboard, it was like someone was home and someone was away.
Oh, so they were keeping
count, but if you didn't know who's home and you didn't know who's away, because they established who's home and away, you're just like, oh, these are just some scores.
It was just a very confusing night altogether. It kind of ended. It didn't even really end.
Oh, dang. Yeah.
It was just like the knockout that was so long because they had 50 people on the knockout line. About 15 minutes later, people just started leaving, and then the gym became empty, and then the participants, including the basketball players, just started leaving the line and playing their own games of one-on-one on the other side of the court. So it was kind of a rough ending. I don't know. I think it was a good way to see the players in uniform for the first time all season, but the actual event was yikes.
They gotta get better. They have to get better at this.
Right. And moving on from Georgia State basketball to professional Georgia State basketball, let's talk about RJ Hunter.
Oh, the chances, man.
Now, RJ,
it's not looking good.
As of today, as we're making this video, we don't know what's gonna happen when the video's out. because this will probably be an issue already done and handled by the time this video comes out. But according to Boston Celtics and multiple media sources around the Celtics, the last roster spot on Boston this year will come down to R.J. Hunter and James Young. Both of those guys were, I think, first-round picks last year, and now they're battling for the last roster spot. Who do you think is going to make it?
I think RJ is going to make it. I think he can make it.
Okay, better question. What does RJ do if he doesn't make it?
Oh, I'm torn on this question because, like, part of me, just for the optics, I don't want to see a Georgia State basketball player get cut his second year in the league. It just doesn't look good. It's like
that's the first round pick.
Yeah, it's the first round pick.
Greatest player in the program's history.
And he couldn't even stay on the league for like
for one of the years.
It's not even 4 years. It's not even going to be the team.
Right.
But I would love that if he got cut as well, because then he could finally get on a team that could he actually could play on.
Right. If you think that because another discussion as you looked up, they're looking to trade either one so they don't just have to cut such good talent, because both of them we have seen at least in this preseason that they still have talented and they got it. They just don't have enough spots. As we discussed in previous episodes, they have too many guards. It's crowded. It's a crowded backcourt. So what do you say?
I was gonna still say I think RJ has the better skill set though.
Right.
I think James Young, you could still see him he can do a couple things. He can drive.
Right.
But I feel like in the NBA, if you can shoot, there's got to be at least one roster spot for you if you can shoot. Right. And RJ can shoot from 35.
Well, I mean, who else on Boston can shoot? If you think about it, I don't know anyone.
Isaiah Thomas can shoot a little bit.
I mean a shooter. Though.
Shooter, just straight shooter.
Isaiah Thomas is a scorer that can hit the three.
I don't know. That's a really great question.
And I watch Boston a lot just because of RJ, and then they play the Hawks so many times. They play the Hawks every single year in the playoffs.
Yeah.
But
they don't really have the Jonas
Jerberko. Jerberko.
I know we know who he is. We know
Jonas Jerberko.
Yeah, I think he's a shooter. Yeah, I think he's a shooter.
He's hit some threes on the Hawks, but I don't know if that's exactly his specialty.
Okay.
You know, everybody looks good against the Hawks sometimes.
Yeah.
Aflalo. Vince Carter always looks good against the Hawks. So.
He just don't like us.
Right. So, I mean, but yeah, that's my thing. I don't know, if he gets traded, if he has to sign to another team, who are some teams that you see other than the teams that we mentioned previously?
Sleepers, Phoenix.
I hear. What about this? Danny Green has just been reported he's going to be out for some time in San Antonio. Do you think Pop will pull the trigger?
I think Pop, for a second round pick, I think Pop will pull the trigger. Second round, it's a second round pick. It's not first round, second round pick.
Right.
Only thing about going to San Antonio is he doesn't like people who don't play defense. And RJ, we love you.
RJ, yeah.
But RJ even his Pop said he don't play defense.
Yeah.
So
calls his all the time.
You can't not play defense and get time on the on Spurs. That's his problem on the Celtics.
Right.
If he can play average defense, he'd probably have a bigger role on the Celtics right now. Wouldn't even be in this situation.
Right.
So
I mean, you could drop 17 points.
Thank you.
On any given night.
It's I don't even understand that.
Right.
But I would say either Phoenix because I think they need help in every. I don't think they have 15 NBA players on Phoenix.
Oh, no.
I think they have
I didn't say Phoenix.
Listen, I think they have legitimately 10 legitimate NBA players. And I think they have at least 5 players that can could be out the league right now. So I think RJ could make Phoenix.
Let me look up this roster.
I think he could make.
According to Google, the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix is a team with the entire Kentucky team. They can have an entire lineup of all Kentucky players: John Jenkins,
get Calipari in there,
Derrick Jones Jr., Corey Jefferson, Allen Williams, T.J. Warren, P.J. Tucker, Jared Dudley, Alex Lynn, Archie Goodwin, Wildcat, Tyson Chandler, Brandon Knight, Wildcat, Marquis Chris, Dragon Bender, Tyler Ulis, Wildcat.
Coolest name, by the way. Dragon Bender's a real
Dragon Bender?
Yes.
He reminds. He's like a combination of a bunch of international NBA players in the past.
Yeah.
Put together. Dragon Bender. Leonardo Barbosa is going to end his career with Phoenix. He kind of balled out last year.
Oh, yeah.
Eric Bledsoe, Wildcat. Devin Booker, Wildcat. So they have...
They're pretty good, but I feel like
right.
Jared Dudley doesn't need to be in the league no more. How is Jared Dudley still in the league?
Jared Dudley has always been a decent player. He's always been a decent player. So
I feel like he's been in the league way too long.
I think if you're as serviceable as Jared Dudley, where you can rebound, you can stay in the game. You can blend in.
Yeah,
you can
hang on to a roster spot.
You can be in the league.
I was going to say, I've been thinking for a little bit now, maybe Orlando?
Orlando? I mean, I can't even lie. I don't know Orlando's roster that well. So
I mean, I know they have Effort paying.
I know a couple of their guys left.
Yeah, they have
Oladipo is gone, and Brandon Jennings is gone.
Yeah, I know they have the kid from France. He just signed like a $50 million contract this year.
He's a guard.
He's a guard.
Oh, did he play in the rookie game last year?
Yeah, I think he did. He has like
I know who you're talking about.
I know they have him, but I know he's like pretty good. He's like their shooting guard of the future.
Right.
And I know Serge Ibaka's over there. Bismack Biyombo's over there.
Right. They definitely have the front court.
They have the front court. But in the back court, I can really only name, like I said,
I could only name our boy Peyton, and that's just because he's a Sunbelt guy.
Yeah, but yeah, like Elfrid Payton and
Evan Fournier.
Evan Fournier from France.
Yeah, he's a shooting guard.
So that's what I get. That's like the starting five. I don't know
Jeff Green is coming off the bench.
Yes.
Jeff Green's career, he just fell all the way off.
That's what happens when you get traded from OKC.
He was like a borderline all-star, and then he just turned into a bench warmer on the Clippers. It's like, okay, a bench warmer on the Clippers. You got Josh Smith on the bench, Paul Pierce on the bench with you, Lance Stevenson. It looked like a decent bench, you know. It was just like, okay, you're on the Clippers. Then he got traded to somewhere else. Yeah, did he get traded from the Clippers to Memphis?
It was Memphis.
Or was he on Memphis first?
I think he got traded to Memphis.
Well, because on Memphis he was good still.
He was good?
He was still good at Memphis.
I don't know. I feel like once you figure out that you can't start over, what's it, Al-Farouq Aminu?
Oh,
who's on? No, who's the Clippers starting?
Power forward?
Starting small forward.
Oh, small forward.
Because they've been looking for a starting small forward for like 10 years now. And I was like, Jeff Green, you can't get that spot. It's time to. It might be a wrap.
Because Farouq Amino's on Portland.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, he's on Portland.
He went from Memphis to the Clippers, like you said.
Yeah. Because he was good on Memphis. I remember that.
It's over. It's over.
Yeah, but to be a backup on the Orlando Magic, if I told you that 3 years ago Jeff Green would be a backup for the Orlando Magic, you would call me a liar. So it's ridiculous. Yeah, it's all right, but
RJ can make that team.
But yeah, exactly. RJ can make the team. So if RJ doesn't get a spot, because I don't want to speak this over anyone's life, but in the NBA, it's a dark place for people's careers.
Yeah.
If RJ can't really find a team by December, do you think it's time to start looking overseas?
How much does the D League play?
Oh, you're right.
The D League, because I think he can. If he goes to the D League, I think he put up numbers.
Yeah, he puts up like 30 points a game.
Hold on. So he can play the D League.
So it's kind of like too good for the D League, not good enough to make a roster.
That's purgatory.
It seems really tough in the NBA this year because if you look around the corner, shouts out to the Hawks, you got a guy like Jared Jack cut.
Ooh.
Will Bynum was cut. Ryan Kelly. All of these guys were serviceable NBA guys in the last 2 seasons. 1 season. So the NBA is getting tougher, man. The NBA is seriously getting tougher unless you look at, of course, that Phoenix team. But even Orlando, the fact that a guy like Jeff Green is a third-string player now.
Yeah.
And if you look at New Orleans, Lance Stevenson is a third-string player now.
He was supposed to be
on the Pelicans.
So
the NBA is getting tougher.
Yeah.
And if RJ can't find a team or a situation or anything like that by December,
Spain maybe
it might be time to look overseas for a season, and then he might get a call again in the summer for next year.
Yeah.
So RJ, we wish the best of luck to you. Georgia State, we obviously wish the best of luck to you as always. We're not going to talk about anything else today because we don't know the starting 5. We were thinking about talking about the starting 5, but last season we didn't even have a starting 5 at the end of the season in March.
It was like a rotation.
Exactly. It was Jeremy Hollowell, Jeff Thomas, all these guys. Well, Hollowell was.
Yeah, I think Hollowell was the only constant.
Hollowell was a constant. I think Kevin Ware was a constant too.
Kevin was a constant.
Kevin Ware and Hollowell were the constants.
And they had to
Kreider and Shipes would get hurt sometimes, and then they'll be always be in foul trouble. And last season was something that we don't want to remember here at Georgia State because we have a high expectation on basketball. And the
only constant that I think that this year might be Isaiah Williams, maybe. Point guard.
I don't know about that.
Year,
I don't know about that.
I swear to God, they put Isaiah Dickinson again.
First of all, Austin Donaldson. You can't forget about him.
All right.
You can't forget about Justin Seymour.
Justin Seymour can't play point guard.
Well, I don't know. I've never seen him play. I'm just saying he's kind of short.
He's short, but he can't play point. I don't think he can dribble as much. I've seen him dribble before. I don't think he can play point.
Okay, all right. And then Simons.
Simons, if he savior. He can start.
I think we're going to go more in depth about basketball next week for the basketball preview.
Of course.
But until then, I'm Rashad Milligan. This is Michael Gaither, marketing manager here at The Signal. We are out from the Blue Prison. Just kidding. The Blue Jungle. We'll change the name eventually. Peace.
You have been listening to the Blue Jungle Podcast, hosted by Michael Gaither and Rashad Milligan, directed and edited by Ben Abrams, and music used with courtesy from Kevin McLeod at Coptic.com. The Blue Jungle is a presentation of The Signal, the independent newspaper covering the campuses of Georgia State University. For more content, you can visit our Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube page, as well as our website, georgiastatesignal.com.